Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Safety Systems. Whether it's security systems, life safety systems, or advanced entertainment systems, this is the locally owned, family-owned company to call for all your residential and commercial needs. You cannot beat Safety Systems. I know that for a fact. Going to meet with them this week, as a matter of fact. Safety Systems. This past week, the Supreme Court took the power to decide on sports gambling from the federal government and gave it back to the states. Woohoo, states' rights, a soon, some states that were already pushing for this, New Jersey, Delaware, Mississippi, to our southern border, are going to be having sports betting just like they got in Las Vegas.
Right now.
Look at Chuck down there. He's
The kiosk right there,
he
baby.
called me the other day asking, what's the quicker trip, to Middlesboro or down to Georgia? But here's the deal. Will sports betting be coming to Tennessee anytime soon? And this needs to be a quick segment because we've gone too long. So I'll be very quick. I'll give it a short answer. No, it won't be here anytime soon in my estimation. It's the state of Tennessee. I don't see it coming anytime soon.
Change comes slowly.
Especially on
I'm
those kinds of things.
going to throw in with you. I think it may get here. The only thing that makes me think it could be sped up a little bit more than what I think normally is we do have a lottery in place. You know, but it took years for Tennessee to get a lottery after other states did.
And it still hasn't helped on the casino front where other states are making money.
Yeah. So I'm gonna throw in with you with the caveat that maybe since they did finally pass a lottery that they could go.
See, to me, there's a reason the state flag has 3 stars on it. Memphis would have had this passed yesterday. Nashville, I think, would look at doing it tomorrow. Knoxville, I don't think it'd ever work. Yeah. And you gotta remember, it's the state constitution. You know, I need the Barney Fife voice. Because it's like Article 11, Section 5, and it says, and seriously, it's Article 11, Section 5, states gambling is contrary to the policy of this state. The 3 exemptions, Bob, you mentioned 1, Tennessee Lottery, 2, charitable events, and 3, as of 2016, fantasy sports. But here's what you've got pushing this are the pro leagues. Gambling in America is a $150 billion industry. And the pro sports leagues are really pushing to have this. Like
some of them are. The NFL puts up a phony baloney, we don't want it, and yet they're the ones with the injury
really
reports every Wednesday.
And when the Raiders move to Vegas, there'll be kiosks there. You may not be able to bet on the Raiders. In a lot of these states, you may not be able to wager on in-sport teams, but you can wager right there.
Do you think it's coming here?
Not for a while.
It's one of the most restrictive states, and you can look at it in terms of the United States. It's one of the most restrictive states in gambling.
There'll be a legislature in Germantown or Memphis that introduced this as maybe even in this week.
You already had a Republican in Germantown that said he was going to introduce it, which surprised me a little bit.
And to Chuck's point about the state constitution, didn't it take like 3 years for the lottery thing to work its way through?
And they got tired of people driving to Kentucky.
Ryan, you were going to answer 15 minutes ago.
Well, no, I agree with your point. I just think that because the lottery was slow, it was a slow-moving process, I think it's going to be the same thing with this. I think it probably eventually happens, but I bet Tennessee is one of the later states to make it happen.
Same here. We don't have casinos. We don't have pari-mutuel horse racing, which other states do. So it will be in the caboose.
If you go back and look at your horse racing history in the United States, there was a time when Tennessee was right up there with Kentucky.
Yes.
And then in 1905, this state said no gambling. And all those billions over the last century went to the state of Kentucky. And that's where your horse farms are, that's where your horse races are, and they made money left and right while this state didn't make the money and said, yeah, but we don't gamble. Which I don't.
We got country music.
Mafia.
And Knoxville lost it to Nashville.
Always with some bizarre spin. Thank you. I don't see it happening, though. So no time soon, anyway. When we come back, though, a sports book, offshore sports book, which is questionably legal in the state. You can do it, nobody's going to prosecute it, but still there's some people who frown on it. Anyway, one of those says Tennessee's going to win 6.5 games this year. That's the over-under. That's a full game better than what Vegas said. Jeremy Pruitt, Philip Fulmer were asked about win totals this week. What did they say? And is it what fans want to hear? Come on back.